गुरवे सच्चिदानन्दमूर्तये निष्प्रपञ्चाय शान्ताय निरालम्बाय तेजसे ॐ गङ्गुरुभ्यो नमः ॐ गङ्गणपतये नमः ॐ ऐं सरस्वतये नमः ॐ क्लीं कलिकाय नमः ॐ क्लीं भद्रकाल्यै नमः ॐ ॐ दुर्गाय नमः हरिः ओम्. So today is all about Advaita Vedanta. So we have been speaking last time about the Avadhuta Upanishad. So let I shall start with the Avadhuta Upanishad. So last time how many sutras we have been studying? I think until 6, I think, no? Sutra number 6, Avadhuta Upanishad. No karmana, no pradaya, dhanina, tyaganeka, amrita tattva manasuhu. They say that one cannot attain Avadhuta without one cannot attain by only good karma or being or by the citizen of that country or being a king or by any amount of money. It does not help in order to attain Avadhuta and in order to experience or in order to attain the immortality, Amaratva, immortality. So Avadhuta, a state of the consciousness, one can attain only by Tyaga, by the renunciations. Here renunciation means we have to put proper words about detachment, dispassion. That what we have been speaking about Tyaga or the Vairagya. Then Avadhuta Upanishad, and it is coming from Krishna Yajurveda. So you must understand Avadhuta Upanishad is coming from Krishna Yajurveda. Two kind of Veda, and Yajurveda is related to all kind of karma kand, upas like karma kand. So Vedas is divisible in 3. One is karma kand, upasana kand, and gyan kand. Karma kand means by offering what you have materially to renounce, to give to others in order to attain Amaratva, Atmagyana, Brahmagyana, or Samadhi. Upasana Kanda is all about to tapasya. All kind of yogi practice tapasya. Tapasya is all about to renouncing sensual that the tapasya, or according to Upasana Kanda. Like some yogi, they're sitting under a tree, like Lord Buddha. This is called Upasana Kanda, yoga of practice and renunciations. in physical form, in subtlest form, even renounced by the astral form. That's the real Tyaga. And that Upasana Kanda. Like Lord Buddha, he was sitting under a tree and meditating until he was enlightenment. It's not Karma Kand. It's about Upasana Kand, a person doing tapasya, renouncing all kind of sensual gratifications, all kind of sensual enjoyments he renounced. And he was sitting on a tree and meditating with the open sky. Sometimes we meditate in the cave or in the house, but he was meditating on a tree. Even it was rain or cold or summer, whatever. He was meditating on a tree, the time of rainy season, winter season, and also summer seasons. So it is the Upasana Kand, renounce. Then this Upanishad is all about the culture, how you can enter to stage of Avadhuta, and Avadhuta Guru is the Dattatreya. So here Dattatreya is the complete Guru because he have all kind of knowledge. Dattatreya was the incarnation of the Brahma, Vishnu, and Lord Shiva, the Trinity. Therefore, Dattatreya have 3 heads. And he have the incarnation of, he is the incarnation of Lord Brahma, the creator, Lord Vishnu, the preserver, and Lord Shiva, the liberator or the destroyer. अवधि स्थिति में किसी प्रकार श्रेष्ठ तत्व को समाहित होने से व्यक्ति धन्य हो जाता है. So anyone attain the consciousness of Avadhuta, that is example the Panchagni done by me. It is a stage of it is a sadhana of Avadhuta. When you're sitting, when you're sitting in the middle and around you have the fire and putting ashes the whole body, it is part of Upasana Kanda, the part of Avadhuta stage. Where that time when you're sitting in the middle of fire, need to renounce all kind of sensual gratifications. You need to simply renounce. It is the stage of Avadhuta, and that state of the consciousness helping you to understand the higher consciousness, and that consciousness make you understanding of your inner personality, and that state of the consciousness also help you how to understand around you and around the world. It means is helping you how to understand the law of nature. But this is the Panchagni sadhanas. And Panchagni sadhana is not when you want to do. It has specific time. And it has to have proper blessings of the nature, blessings of the master, the sadhus, monks, and siddhas, and devas. And it has to done systematically. So that is known as Panchagni sadhanas. And in case you coming to India something next this year, that is called Mahakumbha Mela. The Kumbh Mela, the gathering of the sadhus, gurus, masters, ascetic, non-ascetic, and aghoras, many kind of, all, it is the inclusive of all traditions, inclusive of the ascetic and not non-ascetic as well. So that time you can see many yogis, they're sitting, the fire on their head as well. So this is the Panchagni sadhanas. This is called Upasana Kanda. This is not a Gyan Kanda. Upasana Kanda. Like sometimes you do Hatha Yoga, Surya Namaskar 108 times. It's like a Upasana, like a Tapasya. Similarly, Avadhuta is a state of the consciousness. That state of the consciousness is help you attaining you the higher consciousness. One day, many people do fire sadhanas, but the fire sadhana cannot be equivalent to the Panchagni sadhanas. You can do yagya. You can sitting near the fire for 24 hours. But it has to have certain rituals and dedicate to the divine. The purpose of sadhana is not about benefit by yourself, but the purpose of sadhana is benefit of the humanity, peace of the whole world, and balance of the climates and environments as well. And it has to be done with the proper herbs, proper wood, whatever material you use in the fire. Otherwise, sometimes, the fire you do in Europe, you just put in the woods, you get the fire and sit down there for hours. This is not the fire practice. So this is not about to, I'm speaking the Panchagni sadhanas. So Panchagni sadhana is all about invoke all goddess and goddess, God and goddess, especially to Lord Shiva, Parasakti, Gurus is very essential. And same time, invocation, invoke to the Lord Surya and Mahakal, Lord Bhairava, the Aghora and Aghoris Parasakti. That has to be invited there. Without blessings of Lord Shiva as Aghora, Parasakti Aghori, and without blessings of masters, sadhu and saints, and even Lord Shiva and Suryadev, also we invite sometimes, not sometimes, always 33 million god and goddess by the special rituals, and that is the Karma Kand, Yajurveda. So when I perform this kind of fire sadhanas, it's done by the priest. Every year, the priest always coming and he performing the puja, then I enter into Panchagni sadhana. So that's going to happen on 14th of January. So they say, no karmana, no prajaya, dhanina, tyaganeka amritatva manasuhu. Such kind of Avadhuta sadhana is not Panchagni, only Avadhuta sadhana. Panchagni is one part of the sadhana of the Avadhuta. There are many Avadhuta in India, many gurus are Avadhutas. They don't doing Panchagni sadhana, but same time, they doing other sadhanas and they also attain Avadhuta states. In my grandmaster also attain Avadhuta states. There are many gurus, many masters, many yogis as well. Other sadhanas are available to enter that state of the consciousness. Then, Sutra number 7. Swairam Swaira Viharanam Tata Sansaranam Tat Sansaranam Sambharava Digambarava No Tesam Dharmam dharmo na midhya midyo sada sangraha nishta swa aswamina dhamanta yagam yajanti sa mahamoko mahamoha yogaha sa mahamoko mahayogaha. Swaram, say swairam, swaira viharanam, tat sansaranam. This in Hindi, अपनी अपनी इच्छा के अनुसार व्यवहार करना ही उन योगियों का संसार है. The Avadhuta yogi, naturally they guide their own mind and they are not slave of their own mind. As per their wish, the mind has to work. Generally, we are suffering in the social life. You are slave of the mind. You are suffering due to the mind, and you are happy also due to the mind. But a yogi of Avadhuta is the master of the mind. So he guides the mind himself or themselves. So Avadhuta yogi, not the slave of the mind, right? So they can use their mind positively, the welfare of the whole humanity and, and the world peace. उनमें से कितने ही तो वस्त्रों का धारण करते हैं और कितने दिगंबर अर्थात बिना वस्त्रों के ही रहते हैं. There are many Avadhuta yogis. They also don't wear the cloth at all. Like when I perform the sadhana, I don't wear the cloth except the cowpenies. But there are some yogis, they do wear the cloth. Some yogis called digambar means not wear any cloth. Digambar also translate as in no cloth at all, even little cloth. That's some Avadhuta yogis during the sadhanas. उन योगियों के लिए जैसे सांबरा व दिगंबरा, this sambara wa digambara. Digambar means diga ambar. Ambar means the sky. Their cloth is the sky. Their whole body covered by the sky. Not by the cloth. Sambarava digambarava no te sam dharma dharmo no midhya mithyo. उन योगियों के लिए न कुछ धर्म है न ही कुछ अधर्म है, पवित्र व अपवित्र आदि भी कुछ नहीं. Such Avadhuta yogi, during their sadhana, during that state of the consciousness, for them there is no good karma, there is no bad karma. They are free from all karmas. They do not desire to develop good karma. They do not desire to also to develop bad karma, because the mind cannot function itself. Mind cannot play the game itself, because mind is under control of the super consciousness, the consciousness of Atma and Brahman, that is called stage of Avadhuta. And not only that, they don't think something's merits or demerits, because everything they take as a sacred by the creation of the God Almighty. Whatever they have, it is a sacred. For them, there is nothing seen, there is nothing to be seen, and there is nothing to be virtue. There is no virtue, there is no sin. So, they don't encourage themselves to be anxious. They never encourage themselves to be depressed. They are free from depressions and anxious both. Pavitra va apavitra adi bhi kuch nahi. So for them, there is again they say there is sometimes they say that there is neither sacred nor non-sacred, because it is. इंद्रियों को बस में से न तेषां धर्म अधर्मो नो मध्या मिथ्या मिथ्यो. Say there is no dharma and adharma. For them there is no dharma, neither dharma nor adharma, neither sacred nor sin, nor guilty, nothing. They are free from this. And sada sangraha, सोमेधमंत यागम यजते स महामोक महायोग. इंद्रिय को बस में करने के रूप में सदा संग्रही दृष्टि से वो योगी जन अंतःकरण में आत्मा के ध्यान रूप अश्वमेध यज्ञ क्या करते थे. Such kind of yogis in ancient time, they used to perform the Ashwamedha Yajna. That is very different part of Yajna, Ashwamedha Yajna. That the science not available today. Ashwamedha Yajna among the all Yajna is the highest in order to attain also. In order to attain the supreme consciousness. Not only that, anyone done the Ashwamedha Yajna, that country, that state, that world will be peaceful and everyone will be prosperous. Everyone will be healthy and everyone will coming out of all kind of sickness and so on. Ashwamedha Yajna. And it was done by the mythology Lord Rama. Lord Rama, he was performing the Ashwamedha Yajna the time he was ruled the Ajodhya, when he was the king and emperor. There was many. I don't know exactly. Maybe done by my grandmaster Ashwamedha Yajna. Maybe. Ashwamedha. This Ashwamedha means here the translate as a how to sacrifice the horse. This is sacrifice the horse into fire. Actually, it has metaphysical meanings. Ashwamedha, Ashwa means which is more sensitive by the senses. Ashwamedha Yajna means, as per my understanding, I never been the study the all kind of scriptures, but in future I may check it. Ashwamedha is all about how to conquer the indriya, the senses. That Ashwamedha Yajna help in order to Atma Jnana, the knowledge of soul. Not only that, and such a yogi, they're master of all kind of senses, either Pancha Karmendriya, Pancha Jnanendriya, Pancha Prana, Antakaran, and Pancha, the 5 elements, Pancha Tattva, and Tanmatras. And that is all about to the Atma Jnani. And that is the characteristics of the Avadhuta. What is again? Ostensibly the Guru. Dattatreya the Guru was the incarnation of Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. And he explaining to his disciple, to a person, and his name called Sanskritic, that we have been studying. The sutra number 2. So, then they say that Sa Mahamako Maha Yoga. So, among the all yoga, iha unka Mahayajna or Mahayog hai. Such kind of Avadhuta yogi, who master of the senses, who master of the Antakaran, Atma Jnana, who is master of and with the master of knowledge, and a perform Ashwamedha Yajna. Such a yogi is called, it is a Mahayajna. So, Abadhuta state of the consciousness itself called Mahayajna is a great Yajna. Like we have many kind of yajna, havan, like homa, you do homa, yajna, havan, but homa for small personal, havan also personal issues, little bit higher, but yajna is meant for welfare of the, not about your own country, not your own state. Yoga is all about the universal peace. Let all beings be happy and be peaceful and be prosperous. That's the aim of the yajna. Yajna is not about to fulfill the personal agenda. So therefore, who can do yajna? A person who have no personal any desires to fulfill. So abadhuta yogi, a yogi who has no personal agenda, then he is called abadhut. Sometimes we do homa to fix our families, fix the sickness. We do habana to have good business, good money, good prosperous, peace of the mind, even for the Atma Jnana, even for the Brahma Jnana, or traveling to get good money, right? To get gold, diamond. Many people do haban yajna for children. Sannyas people have no children. So for their procreation, for their children, sannyas people on job, and so on. Many people do many kind of pujas. But abadhuta yogi not doing yajna for any personal fulfillments. So therefore, such kind of even Aswamadha Yajna, it is for benefit for the whole humanity. Similarly, Abadhuta Yogi performing Yajna is known as Mahayajna and is called Mahayoga. Among the all yoga, this is the highest. When you have no personal agenda to fulfill, even one desires, one wishes. अतः स्थित परमात्मा चेतना में बहिर्मुखी व्यक्त शक्ति धाराओं को समर्पित कर देना, विसर्जित कर देना ही आंतरिक अश्वमेध कहा गया है. इसे महायज्ञ महायोग भी कहा गया. So they again explain what is, as I said, that Ashwamedha Yajna, the metaphysical meaning, not the gross meanings. A Avadhuta yogi who experience Atma Jnana, who establish the consciousness of Atma within themselves, same the Avadhuta, he always dedicate, he always offering whatever he have to the Parasakti, to the divine, to the supreme consciousness, to the mother Shaktis. इसे बहिर्मुखी व्यक्ति शक्ति धाराओं को समर्पित कर देना, विसर्जित कर देना है आंतरिक. So a person who get all fruits and out of the yajna, and same time he offering all fruits to the divine, to the Parasakti, to the Lord Shiva, to the God Almighty, and benefit for the whole humanity, benefit for the all beings. Not only that, benefit for the plants, trees, herbs, mountains, stones, water, whatever available. A Abadhuta yogi offering benefit for all, either the living beings or non-living beings. And that is the Abadhuta sadhana. And that is the word Abadhuta used to give it. And among that, and this is the characteristics of the Ashwamedha Yajna. Ashwamedha Yajna is not about to sacrifice the horse into fire, but no, Ashwamedha is all about to over mastery of the senses and renounce and offering all of the fruit of the actions you have and offering to the whole unknown, even unknown So therefore, I use the word Lord Shiva. I used to the word Parasakti, the Divine Mother, Mother Kali, Mother Vaishnavi, and Lord Shiva. At the same time, you already know that Panchagin Sadhana, Rasumeda Yagya also offering to the Lord Son. Because Lord Rama, he was born in the family of Son, Lord Son Kulasurya Bansi. He was born in the lineage of the Son. So he was offering this Aswamedu Yagya to Lord Son as well, for benefit of the whole kingdoms. And the time of Ramarajya, when Lord Rama was king and emperor, that time everybody was happy. And at that time he was established democratic. I think that the one of the very beginning of the democracy among the whole world. So democracy one has to learn from the Ramayana. Democracy is not available in the West. Maybe I'm not going to criticize India. Very beginning of their own civilizations, there was democracy. Even our epics, even the mythology. So therefore, I can say that India, one of the oldest democracy, the country, the continent in the whole world. So that is how it is. So इसी से ही महायज्ञ का महायोग भी कहा जाता है. So such kind of avadata yogi who perform such kind of yajna like a yoga knows all yoga. Why Mahayoga? You understand? Because you renounce all the fruits of the actions, even your tapasya, even you get all extraordinary powers, mystic powers, miracles. You get the wealth, you may get a good prosperity, money, power, whatever you have to really dedicate and to offer to the divine. Nothing belongs to you. Then it is called Mahayoga. Right? This is not about heaven. This is not about home. Homa yagya like heaven. So you have to be very clear. Then sutra number 8. Say kritasna. Kritasna meta chitram karma. Swairam na bigayat. Bigayat na mahabratam. Nasa mudabali pyate. Kritasna. Kritasnam eta चित्रम कर्म. इसी प्रकार उन रोगियों का संपूर्ण चरित्र आश्चर्य मुक्त होता है. इसी प्रकार उन योगियों का संपूर्ण चरित्र आश्चर्ययुक्त होता है. Such a yogi who perform the avadhuta sadhana and enter into state of avadhuta consciousness, their soul looks outside very much extraordinary. They're always extraordinary. You can't compare with them with the common beings. It is the stage of avadhuta. So anyone attain a state of avadhuta consciousness, they never behave like a normal. Although they are normal, but their characters, their characters or their movements or their behaviors is always something totally extraordinary. But as common persons, they always look through their own consciousness. But generally, avadhuta always recognize by the higher masters, not the common people. They can see avadhuta living in a extraordinary consciousness. You understand extraordinary consciousness? Which consciousness not recognized by the common people or layman. Then उनके इसी प्रकार के चित्र विचित्र से कृष्णम एत चित्रम कर्म, कृष्णम एत चित्रम कर्मम महान व्रतम, उन्हें इसी प्रकार के चित्र विचित्र कर्मों की निंदा नहीं करनी चाहिए क्योंकि उन्हीं उनका महाव्रत है. So they say that you should not criticize or you should not discriminate and you should not take a negative and you should not make fear of the Abhaduta yogis or Abhaduta masters or Abhaduta sadhakas, because you don't have that consciousness to compare them. So you're supposed to avoid always whatever their behavior, whatever they have a movements, and you should not degrade them, you should not criticize them, because it is their Mahabhrata, it is their strong conviction, it is their strong tapasya. Then Swarayana Vigata Yetan Mahabhratam. So Abhaduta yogi live in a Mahabhrata. We call Brata, Ekadasi Brata, somebody fasting. We call Samavati Amavasya Brata in Sanskrit. Brata means where you observe the fastings or observe special kind of sankalpa and resolutions. So here called Mahabhrata. So Abhaduta is a highest conviction, not of the sankalpa only, the highest conviction. So the living for the higher visions, the living the vision of the whole world, whole cosmos. Then nasa mudha bali pyate, nasa mudha waliyate. वे अज्ञानी मनुष्य की भूर्ति पाप पुण्यादि लिप्त नहीं होते. They never enter into sin like a ignorant man, like a common man. So Abhaduta, they always attain the life with knowledge, the life with jnana. They never enter into papa, punya. They never enter into, and they never involved, they never attachment. Either it is sin or it is merits. Either it is the virtue or either it is a sin. They are not involved. There are no attachment at all. And that is the characteristics of the Abhaduta. Again they explain. Nasa muda wali pyate lipyate. Lipyate means not involved, no attachment. They are always the dispassion. वो सदैव निर्लिप्त भाव से इच्छानुसार विचरण करते रहते हैं. They always moving, they always travel, they always walk, they always move without any hesitations, because they are not under control of their own senses. Is all senses are controlled by them. This is the characteristics of the Abhaduta. And when you are performing the Abhaduta, day by day, you need to cultivate such a qualities. And that qualities comes naturally when you perform Abhaduta sadhana. Then, Sutra number 9. Yatha ravi sarva rasan प्रभुक्ते होतासन सापि सर्वभक्ष्यः. यथा रवि सर्वरसान् प्रभुक्ते होतासन सापि सर्वभक्ष्यः. तथैव योगी विषयान् प्रभुक्ते न लिप्यते पुण्य पापे सुधः. ग्रहण करता है तथा अग्नि सभी कुछ भक्षण कर लेता है, उसी प्रकार योगी पुरुष विषयादि भोगों का उपभोग करता हुआ भी शुद्ध होने के कारण पाप पुण्य का भागीदार नहीं बनता। वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग। इसे यथा रावि सर्वरसान प्रभुक्ते मीन्स the Lord Surya. You see Surya, Lord Surya, he eating everything, he drinking everything, like all water, or the Lord Sun, he drink the juice. If that the fruits, he take the juice, and all fruits became dry. Lord, he taking the essence of all. He's sucking the all energy. Either the fruits, orange, mango, grass, he make them all the dry. Even not only that, he drink all the water, right? So Lord Son receiving all kind of essence, the juice of all the fruits, the juice of the, I would say, juice of everything, essence. For example, you put the milk in the milk, you put in the outside of the sun, what happening? The Lord Son drinking all the milk, right? Everything drying up. So, for example, they say, what is the characteristic of the Avaduta? So, Avaduta can drink everything. So, Avaduta, again, same time, involve everything. One side say not involve. Now, they're saying second sutra, sutra number 9. So, one characteristic of Avaduta, like Son, he is involved, right? Because involved, receiving everything, renounce nothing. So Lord Son renounce nothing, receiving everything, drinking everything, eating everything. But what happening? Receiving everything, and Lord Son involve everything, attachment everything. What happening? Results. तथा अग्नि सभी कुछ भक्षण करता है. And when anything you put in the fire, what happening? Fire also receiving everything, involved, not detachment. He put the whatever putting inside the fire is going to eat, right? He put coconut, fruits, milk, ghee, even water, even wood. So whatever put in the fire, so fire eat everything. So this is the one characteristics of the Avadhuta. Then what happened? उसी प्रकार योगी पुरुष विषादी भोगों का उपभोग करता हुआ भी शुद्ध होने के कारण पाप पुण्यादि का भागीदार नहीं बनता. Such Avadhuta yogi, they involve everything, like Lord Son, like the fire. But what happening? But due to their pure consciousness of Atmajnana, due to their master of the senses, due to master of Atmajnana and Brahmajnana, they are totally free without any sufferings in material world, in the samsara. This is the beauty of the Avadhuta. Am I clear that? So Lord Son, like Agni, they receiving everything, they involve everything, the attachment everything, but there are no sufferings. Fire always free from the all kind of materials what you putting in the fire, right? So fire receiving everything, but became free itself naturally. End of the day, what you see? Only see the fire. So fire not controlled by no one. Similarly, Lord Son is remain free. Lord Son not heartbreaking. Agni not heartbreaking. Agni, she does not, her heart does not broken because there are no sufferings. She involved, but fire is the pure consciousness. There's something. Hari Om. Everybody can listen me. I think that today is the internet. Today we have internet problem. I know daytime also. It has problem today actually whole day. But today is Monday, the Shiva day. So my room does not work. I come here. But I hope everything is fine. You can hear me, everyone? Good.
Yes, I can. Yes.
Very good. Today is very interesting subject. That is what called Dattatreya. So Dattatreya was the incarnation again of the Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. You are learning now the Avadhuta Upanishad. So this is the characteristics of the Avadhuta. And you must know that Dattatreya was a great master of the Tantric science. You must know that. Therefore, a lot of characteristics comes. But I'm not today going to speak about Tantra at all, but I try to just speak about the characteristics of the Avadhuta. Then after that, how Avadhutas are living. Then they explain. And this is Sutta number 8. So Avadhuta, they never involve. Before they say, they never involve. Now they say that they can involve, they can be attachment, like a son receiving everything. Son is involved everything, but fire is involved everything. But the fire is free from sufferings and miseries. The Agni, the Devata, is free from all sufferings and miseries. Lord Surya Dev, Lord Sun, is involved, is receiving, but is free from all suffering and miseries. These are the examples. Similarly, a yogi of Avadhuta, in case they're involving everything and attachment everything, but they're free from everything. There are no sufferings for them. The life, because they life free because of their state of the pure consciousness. They represent themselves where they are not the body, not the mind, not the passions, not the emotion, not the karma, because they are free from karma and samskaras. They are live in the consciousness of Atma, the Brahma Jnana. That is the stage of Avadhuta. So you can understand that now Avadhuta is a state of the consciousness. It's not very easy for common persons or common yogis or common masters. That you must be clear. So this is the characteristics. Then this is Apriya Mana Tatheva Yogi Visayana Prabhukte na lipyate पुण्य पापेश सुधा. उसी प्रकार योगी पुरुष विषय भोगों का उपभोग करता हुआ विशुद्ध होने के कारण पाप पुण्यादि का भागीदार नहीं बनता. So it means the Avadhuta yogi, he can enjoy all kind of material sensual enjoyments, gratifications, but at the same time he is free from all kind of sufferings by the senses, because senses are controlled by the Avadhutas. We as a common persons, we are a slave of our senses, so therefore are suffering. A Avadhuta yogi, they are not slave of their senses, therefore they are free and they can enjoy everything. So this is the stage of Avadhuta. In case a Avadhuta enjoying everything and suffering, is not Avadhuta, is not a yogi. Suffering has to be absent. If Lord is suffering, Lord Son is suffering, so he's not enjoying really. So here they give an example. Lord Son is enjoying everything, involved is everything, but simultaneously he free from all sufferings and miseries. Like a fire, eating everything, but no attachment with no one. No attachment with the coconut, when you're putting the fire, no attachment with the apple, no attachment with the ghee, no attachments. Whatever you give is fine. And you don't give other time also is fine. So it's called Agni Devata, is always content and enjoying everything, content everything, and free from all kind of addictions, no obsessions. They have no obsessions. Right? And that is also characteristics of Tantra as well. Metaphysical meanings of a real Tantra. So you can enjoy everything, not obsess of anything, by enjoying everything and free from all sufferings. And that's the real Tantra. And that actually a person can enjoy the Tantric science, being living in the worldly life sansar only when they are master of 5 courses. If your attachment of Annamaya kosa, forget for Tantra. Not possible. So better you live with your wife and children and so on. So better stay in the countryside, grow everything. So you can't be yogi if there is suffering. If your attachment of the Annamaya kosa does not work, because you go to below Muladhara, does not go into up, then suffering starts, then depression starts. Whatever the life you lead in material. So therefore Tantra is totally different. And Tantra have so many understandings. And many things to be practiced, many things has to be integrated in the Tantra. We say Tantra, Mantra, Yantra, and so on. So many things has to integrate. It's a lifestyle. Then, after that, Sutra number 9 again. Tatheva yogi visayan prabhukte nalipyate punya papesa sudha. So therefore, a person who cultivates the quality of sun and the Agni, the fire, is abadhuta. And such a person, such a yogi, such a yogi that are free from all kind of papa and punya. Such a yogi that are free from the virtues, the punya and papa, the sin. So they are not sinner, neither. So because they have nothing to do with the papa and the punya. Whatever they develop, all good karma, they have nothing to do. Whatever you think they develop also, papa, the sin, they have nothing to do. So they are free from both. So that is all about Sutra number 9. Then in Hindi they say that apuriyamanam machalam apuriyamanam achala pratishtam samudra mapah pravisanti vedat. Tadvata kamayam pravisanti sarve sa santi matpunti no kama kami. Tat kama yam pravisanti sarve cha santi matpunti no kama kami. No kama kami. Then what they say, जिस प्रकार चारों ओर से परिपूर्ण होने पर भी अचल प्रतिष्ठा वाले समुद्र में जल प्रविष्ट होता है, वैसे योगी पुरुष सभी विषय भोगों के रहने पर भी अचल रहता है और शांति को प्राप्त करता है. So they say that here, very interesting, that sutras apuryamanam achala pratishtha samudra mapah pravisanti vedat. And it must be clear. For example, they give you the example. What are the characteristics of the abadhuta? It's abadhuta, the characteristics, they're living like a samudra, like ocean. You see, the ocean, the huge ocean, what happening? Many rivers come into. So many water comes into, right? So many water, lot of waters coming into. So many rivers merge into ocean. So what happening? Still, the samudra, the ocean, receiving everything. Receiving. It means involve everything. Receiving everything. What happening? End of the day, the samudra, the ocean, never disturbed by any rivers. Not disturb whatever the water coming from outside. Still, the ocean became calm, quiet, and comforts and content. Right? The abadhuta yogi who live the life of the ocean, whatever comes, into ocean. Whatever comes in the life of Avadhuta, he enjoying everything. He not bothered by anyone. Whatever comes, he receiving. Nobody can bother him. Nobody can bother them. This is called Avadhuta. And remain, state that consciousness. Remain. Either thousands river comes or no river comes. Either a lot of water comes or not comes. Even whatever, the river water comes and merge in all rivers. You must understand, the ocean never disturbed by no one. Even no single rivers can disturb to the ocean. Similarly, a Abadhuta yogi who live in the samsara, a Abadhuta yogi who live in the samsara, he enjoying everything. And whoever came contact to them, they are not disturbed by the external surroundings. Is known as Abadhuta yogi because they live in the pure consciousness. Say, वैसे जिस प्रकार चारों ओर से परिपूर्ण होने पर भी अचल प्रतिष्ठा स्थिति वाले समुद्र में जल प्रविष्ट होता है, वैसे योगी पुरुष सभी विषय भोगों को के रहने पर भी अचल रहता है और शांत को प्राप्त करता है. In the samsara, there are so many kind of temptations, so many kind of sensual pleasures, sensual entertainments in the samsara. But at the same time, Abadhuta yogi live in the peace and content without obsess, without addictions of any kind of sensual temptations or sensual pleasures. So, and same time, they stay the life with their state of the consciousness. Which consciousness? The consciousness of the Supreme. The life, that state of the consciousness of Atma and Brahman. That is the Avadhuta yogi. विषय भोगों की इच्छा करने वाला कामना युक्त मनुष्य वैसे शांति नहीं प्राप्त करता है. But you have to understand what the difference. A common person's also the enjoying everything. There are so many kind of sensual temptations. But a common person's involved with the sensual temptations, also enjoying the sensual temptations, but they are not happy, they are suffering and miseries. But Avadhuta yogi, he also enjoying in the material world as well, but without any suffering. This is the difference between Avadhuta yogi and the common man. A common man not live with the supreme consciousness, but Avadhuta yogi live in the pure and supreme consciousness. That's the difference. Like I say that before, as a common person, before enlightenment, you are eating rice. Before enlightenment, you may eating kartoska. Before enlightenment, you have the families. Before enlightenment, you have job, but you are suffering and miseries. But once after enlightenment, you may have the job, you may have a husband, you may have children, but there will be no sufferings at all because it is you are alive in the pure consciousness. That's the difference, the characteristics of the Avadhuta. So Avadhuta yogi is always alive in the peace, the life with life in the consciousness or contentness. Avadhuta yogi live in the peace in content and in content, and that peace is eternal. Again, Sutra number 11. Na nirodho na chatpatirna badhuna na sadhakaha. They say, na nirodho na chatpatirna badhu na cha sadhakaha. Na nirodha na chot patirna badhuna cha sadhakaha न मुमुर्खुना वै मुक्ता इति सा परमार्थता न निरोध न चोत्पत्तिर बधो न च साधकः नमो मोक्षुन वै मुक्ता इति सा परमार्थता. And सूत्र नंबर 11 they say that न निरोध, अतः सत्य बात तो यह है कि किसी का लय नहीं, किसका निरोध लय, किसी की उत्पत्ति नहीं है, कोई आबद्ध हुआ नहीं है, कोई साधक नहीं है, कोई मुमिक अर्थात मोक्ष को प्राप्त करने वाला नहीं तथा कोई मुक्त भी नहीं है. यही वास्तविक स्थिति है. This is Sutra number 11. What are the again characteristics of the Avaduta? They try to explain. Ataha no nirodha no chotpatirna badho na cha sadhakah na vimurkhan vaimukta iti sa paramarthata. Satya yah hai, the truth is, the real truth. Nobody really attachment, and this is that not only that, किसी की भी उत्पत्ति नहीं है. There is no in whatever, किसके भी उत्पत्ति नहीं. It means there is no procreations at all. Another knowledge. A Avadita yogi who realize what, once they realize the supreme consciousness, what they experience, they say that that is not something to object. That not something to objections, because that no objection exists. Not only that, they say there is no one really born. They say there is no creations. So one need to think about creation. There are no creations at all. They experience that consciousness. The pure consciousness teaching you, whoever born is illusion, like Vedanta. Now apply the Vedanta. Not only that, कोई आबद्ध हुआ नहीं. There is no one is bondage. There is no sufferings exist at all. There are no miseries exist at all. It is your own creations. There are no miseries. There is no bondage. There is koi sadhak. There is no sadhaka. There are no spiritual seekers. No need that. Again, Avadita yogi, he experienced no need to be sadhaka. That the pure consciousness. Explaining to him, you don't need to do any sadhana because you are the pure. But until unless we are pure, we need to do sadhana. But once you experience that state of the consciousness of enlightenment, you don't need to do any sadhana. They say, koi sadhaka nahi hai. There is no sadhakas at all. Koi mimuk, mukhya prapte karne wala. He said there is no need to desire for the liberation. There is no desire for the mukhya. No need. Why? Because there is no one to desire for it. Because you are the pure consciousness. Why need to desire for the liberation? This is a stage of the Avaduta consciousness. Avaduta experience, I don't have desire to be liberated. I don't have desire. I don't see that. I don't see that anyone desire for the moksha. I don't see that. It is the state of the consciousness of Avaduta. Tatha koi mukta bhi nahi hai. They say that there is no liberated one. If there is no desire to be liberated, there is no liberated one at all. They say there is no enlightenment people at all. No need. I don't see, is there anyone enlightenment? Because there is no need to be enlightenment. Fasting is say that no need to be enlightenment. Then why, how can I see somebody is enlightenment? That the pure consciousness of Avaduta. There is no enlightenment people exist in the world. And there is no need to be enlightenment because that no one is born. And because there is no bondage. If there are bondage, if there are suffering, they need to be free. If there are no suffering, why need to be free? And he said that there is no, I don't feel anyone, there is actual, I don't feel myself, I'm bondage of anyone. So I don't need to, any freedom. I don't feel anything, I'm suffering. So I don't need to liberate. That is the state of the consciousness of Avaduta. But it is about to It is a state of the consciousness of Abadhuta. What are the characteristics of Abadhuta? And it is the fact. So Abadhuta say it is a fact. This world not created at all. And then nothing to be involved at all. And then no one is actually suffering. It is all illusion. It is all miseries. So if somebody cry, you are involved. Oh, my dear child, you are cry, you are so miserable. And you became depressed. A mother depressed because his own child. A husband depressed because his own wife. Wife depressed with his own husband. Oh, my husband is suffering. Then you are suffering. My children suffering. Then you are suffering. My cat is suffering. My cat not eating whole day. You are suffering. My dog not eating. Similarly. So, but suffering does not exist. So this is the state of the Avadhuta consciousness. Then there is long sutras to study now. So other time, that's sutra number 12, 13, 14. So I'll explain tomorrow. So I would like to have any questions. I will be complete tomorrow. This is your Advaita Vedanta about this Avadhuta Upanishad. And one day will be summarized. I'll see that tomorrow what I'm teaching. Tomorrow teaching Tantra or what? So we'll mix up this tomorrow. So I'll finish this Advaita Upanishad tomorrow. The Avadhuta Upanishad tomorrow. Because I don't want to leave on the way. Tomorrow I'll speak a little bit Avadhuta Upanishad.
I heard you, but do you have the link? It's not in a book. Does anybody have a link on the internet?
I don't have.
No, madam.
It's very difficult.
It's not possible.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you.
Is there Avadhuta Upanishad there? 112 Upanishads? Okay, good. I never checked that book. Okay, good. But I did not check that book at all. I did not read because I go is a one kind of traditional Sanskrit to Hindi. So I did not check the English. So I study Sanskrit and Hindi both. So this time Avadhuta Upanishad. So I did not look the English commentary because the English commentary I don't think so they properly understand. And the person who write this book, he's a great sadhaka. Is a great guru, and who established the Santikos in Haridwar. So, and it's called Brahma Vidya. You write 108 Upanishads, the Brahma Vidya, the science of absolute knowledge. So that's what I explained today. So I would like to ask you, all of you, a little bit of the feedback, what do you think about it?
Yeah, when you say the Avadhuta is living in pure consciousness, is this like if I refer to the Yoga Sutras, is the Avadhuta living in constant samadhi?
Yes.
So you can say the Avadhuta is living completely by the yamas and niyamas, so complete detachment, complete contentment. Yes, everything complete.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the stage of the Tathar, that is stage of Avadhuta. And anyone doing Avadhuta sadhana also, so eventually they achieve all the qualities, all the skills they're going to attain. Like you do practice yoga, so one day you're going to achieve that samadhi. Similarly, the people doing Avadhuta sadhana, that the aim of the sadhana is to achieve, develop the skills. Achieve and developing. It is a Avadhuta, it is I think is a characteristic of the Brahmagyani who have attained that pure consciousness. So, but Avadhuta is not belongs to any traditions, because Avadhuta is beyond all traditions, beyond all kind of caste, Avadhuta is beyond of a sannyas, even beyond of tantra, beyond of yoga. So Avadhuta is a state of the consciousness. Avadhuta is a lifestyles who they don't belong to any traditions, even not belong to sannyas. It's called beyond. Because Avadhuta is not a particular classical schools in India. Avadhuta is something out of the school systems, out of traditions, out of lineage, out of sannyas. Because it give them, Avadhuta is something give them, nobody can compare them. Avadhuta, when they live the states of Avadhuta, it's because they don't live like in the common world that time. And I can see that personally. I have some experience when I live like Avadhuta, the 6 months silent and everything. So I really don't touch the common world a lot, because it's give me a lot of this give me the special relations and special consciousness. And you don't need to follow. Actually, naturally, you already follow many things. So you don't need to follow and in middle of fire, putting orange cloth and all this, that you don't pretend as Swami, or you no need to pretend anything, because you are beyond this kind of virtue, beyond of name and fame and social possessions. That's the Avadhuta. You have to go beyond the social possessions. Even some yogis, they're living the naked, the Digambar, they have nothing to do with the whole world. They're never going to attend any kind of a social. They don't never attend even social invitations at all. They don't go for social gathering. Therefore, in the 6 month, I renounce in my life not to attend any kind of activities, any social functions. Even I reject all kind of invitation in Rishikesh. I never go nowhere, even around the world. So during a Avadhuta sadhana, you must renounce all kind of material positions, name and fame and so on. So that is the kind of understandings. So therefore, I will say that very beginning. So by renunciations, you can achieve such skills. And once for enlightenment and developing that pure consciousness, so many things are under control of your senses. Shiva Puja?
I don't have any questions, but I have some observations. It's what Linus also said. It's absolute absorption in the totality of high absolute consciousness. So that's a constant samadhi. I feel it might be the same as being with this super consciousness with the God all the time is equal, is the same as Avadhuta. So Bhakti Yoga is about the devotion to God. So I wonder the connection of Bhakti Yoga and Avadhuta. What is there? Is it the same? Is it equal? Or is slightly different? Is, for example, in my mind, I can understand totality.
Not the same. No. Bhakti Yoga is totally different. Bhakti Yoga and Avadhuta is totally two different things. Avadhuta is renounce all kind of material obligations. But a Bhakti Yogi don't renounce material obligations. There's the difference.
Yes, this I also understood. I was just wondering about this, the end, the final result that it brings, that you're in a constant absorption, like the sun, in a constant absorption. Anything can come in. So the result of Bhakti Yoga can become the same.
But they have not there, because here the Avadhuta, the character of Avadhuta Yogi, whatever comes also they renounce. But Bhakti Yogi don't renounce.
Okay.
They're not pure this way. So that's the difference. It should be like that, but they don't do that. Because very beginning, Avadhuta yogi, is because they attend such a conscious by tapasya. But bhakti yoga, they don't attend such a tapasya. So very difficult for them to complete surrender, complete dedication. But the reality is bhakti yoga to complete dedicate, completely surrender to the divinity. But it's not easier as we think in scriptures. So therefore, very real people, very real yogis are very successful in bhakti yoga, very rare. Like everybody worship Mother Kali, but how many people of Paramahansa Ramakrishna? How many people? How many people? Paramahansa Ramakrishna was a bhakti yogi, bhakta. He was devotion to Mother Kali. But how many people today, like many people chant Hare Krishna, they chasing bhakti yoga. How many people became dedicated to Lord Krishna? Just tell me. All sufferings are there. So similarly, so we are bhakti yoga is not easy at all. Bhakti yoga is not chanting mantras and is eating very nice food and go to temple, do namaskar and chanting Hare Krishna and jumping from top, pop up. It's not bhakti yoga like that. Bhakti yoga is a total dedication, total surrendering to the unknown. Like Paramahansa Ramakrishna, he was a great devotee of Mother Kali. So that is bhakti yoga. He not did everything by tapasya, sitting on a tree like Buddha and became Atma Gyan. Or Paramahansa Ramakrishna are sitting like Avadhuta Samarpan in the Himalayas, middle of fire. No. But he was beyond. And this Bhakti Yodakala Paramahansa, he was attaining that state of the consciousness of the higher and pure consciousness of Mother Kali, the Parasakti, the Mother Sakti. Right? So don't calculate Bhakti Yoga is like that. Of course, ultimately that, and Bhakti Yoga has to be ultimately, so involve everything and complete surrender to the divine. But it's not like that. It should be. But whatever today available Bhakti Yoga, it does not work. So therefore, in a 21st century in Kali Yuga, the best way to do sadhana always to renounce. Because that's the best way you can control the senses. Because Kali Yuga have so many kind of temptations. So very difficult and to live in a very difficult to stay in a material world and experience the pure consciousness. Very difficult, very tough. So therefore it's good time to time to maintaining ascetic life and renounce the gratification of the senses. Because when you are alive in ascetic life, so certain extent you are going to over mastery of your senses. And then come back to your society and you check and train your senses and go to involve your material life, sensual life, and check, is it I'm really free now? Is it really I'm suffering? If really suffering, again come back to ascetic. So time to time, we must leading the life of ascetic, then coming back to the society to testing ourselves. But always to check, is it I'm suffering? So that the best. But how you can measure yourself? A mad person, a crazy person never say that I'm mad. Never say that. You understand me? A mad person, a crazy person never going to say that I'm mad, I'm crazy. No. When you are suffering, you say, no, I'm fine. Still you are suffering and misery, you are depressed. But still, I'm fine. How are you? I'm fine. Still you are in depressed. Still hyperactive. Still your heart is breaking. Still you are in the bed of corona. Right? You can't breathe properly. Still you are fine in the corona in hospital. Right? You sometimes ask the people suffering in corona, how are you? I'm fine. Everything's fine. Right? Similarly, when you live in the society, although you are suffering, although you are lonely, and you say that I'm fine, everything's fine. When you say in Russian, I'll say Kakdila, Karasho, Atlichna, right? Karasho, Atlichna. Okay. Right? Like the Spanish people, or Italian people, Spanish normally, or Italian, they say, Come sta? Bene bene. Even they are hanging around, they screaming there, how are you? Come sta? Says, biano, 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 biano. But there's all problems there. When they speak in 10 times, when means they are in tension. They are not happy at all. The one side, they are very fine, but really suffering there. But Germans are very nice. How are you? Nein, danke. Net. Thank you. I'm not fine. You know, sometimes they are very straight. How are you? No good. Net. No good. 9. Are you okay? 9. Right? Germans are very straight. Ask them, could you help me this? Nein, danke. They speak so hard, and after that you say, I should look some maybe in German, maybe Italian, maybe Spanish, maybe Portuguese, maybe Russian, maybe someone else, no? Maybe French, comme ça. If you met in Germany, say, how are you? Comme ça. Means I don't know. Maybe like this. They only say comme ça. The French people never correct, never they're right. And if you are something okay, you go to France, you become disturb yourself. Comme ça. How are you? Comme ça. So anyway, so this is all about jokes today. But somehow, if you live, and once you live in the state of the pure consciousness, I'm pretty sure you can enjoy the life.
I have one more question. It might be big. So somehow in my mind, I made the relation there. Recently, I found out in one of the, I don't know, Upanishads, Vedas, I've been told about it. I didn't even read it myself. That in Kali Yuga, 5 things are not encouraged to be practiced for a sadhaka. And that is sannyasa, horse sacrifice, cow sacrifice, meat offering for ancestors, and the 5th one, there was a 5th one. I can't, sorry, mine did not remember. So there was a 5th something.
Anyway,
can't find
the
it.
said again, please said again. Please said again.
5 things are not encouraged to practice during the Kali Yuga. The first one was sannyasi, to practice sannyasa, full sannyasa. Some people, and then I was asking, so what about it? And then you see so many sannyasins wearing orange clothes. But I think what is meant is that full sannyasa is going to be very, very difficult because the world in general, in global, is not adjusted. Like you may try your best and practice sannyasa to the full extent in India, but in Europe, what? You go on the street during the wintertime, you die. So sannyasa, horse sacrifice, cow sacrifice, meat offering for ancestors. And the 5th one is out of me. I can't remember the 5th one.
Okay. Sannyas, meat, cow sacrifice, 3 things. Then
Offering meat for ancestors and
okay.
ancestors.
Sannyasin should not be practiced, right?
Mm.
Should not encourage, right? Cow sacrifice and offering meat to the ancestor. These are the 3.
Horse.
What are the 4?
Horse.
Huh?
Horse. The sacrifice of the horse.
Okay, horse. Then?
And the 5th one that I can't remember.
Okay. So, what you are really expecting the answers?
Yes. So I've made a connection somehow with Avadhuta and with the
Okay.
today.
So, where you read these sutras from Upanishad or from books or some scriptures?
I've been told. I didn't even read myself. This is what I've been told on one lesson.
So, okay. So, forget what people told you.
But
So
it was, no. It was not out of anybody's. Has to be like that. It was based on some either Upanishad or another scripture, but it was written in some of the Vedas. It was not out of
Okay.
the...
Okay. So right. So anyway, I give very simple example, simple answers. Although I don't know, I don't been study this Upanishad and all this. But with my common sense, actually sannyas, not about not to encourage. It is really tough. It is very difficult to practice in Kali Yuga. That is clear. Because to be a sannyasi, it is so, as per the shastras, as per the scriptures, as per the ancient traditions, is very tough to practice. But same time, one has to practice to carry the tradition for future generations. So what they say that is difficult, but still need to be practiced. Although it's difficult. Okay. So nothing to be negative on this. My answer that. Okay. Not to encourage, but in my understanding, need to be encouraged to practice. Another is cow sacrifice. So this one point is the result. Okay. Maybe the sannyasi not for everyone, even ancient time, sannyas not for everyone. Very few could really practice and enter that consciousness and became Swami. So that's one thing clear. Number two, about cow sacrifice not to encourage. Look, cow in ancient time, not people killed to eat meat. If you check in ancient time, cows are only as a procreations, they're giving cows, they're giving the milk, and their compost, the cow dung is helping for like the cost, like the housing, paste in the houses, they use for sacred fires, they use for farm fields, and so on. So in ancient time, the farmers, they never killed the cows because in ancient time, farmers, they eating different food, what they cultivate, the grains. Today, we have so many cities, like in ancient time, we don't have cities, the big city around the world. Today we have, but in ancient time, so cities was not available. And that time, many people live with the farmer life. People are live in the nature. People with the live with the trade. There was no money business. You give rice, I give the gold. You give me potatoes, I give the cornflakes, so on. So in ancient time, cows as a trade. So people use cow as a sacred. Not only that, because cow, when you live with, they have research with among the all animals, cow is giving more vibration, more positive radio particles, and one can cure many kind of sickness. So in ancient time, cow people never use to eating meat like today people dodge, right? So this reason one should not encourage to sacrifice the cows, but same time we have no choice. So who want to eat the cow, they will eat.
So is it about that now if someone does a cow or horse sacrifice, it might become more about possession of what they like to eat rather than a sacrifice for the divine?
Actually, we are not today live with the divine consciousness. So we don't think so much. So whatever comes to the mouth, we eat without any discriminate. Same thing the horse. Horse, one of the sensitive animals. And horse, one of the smart animals. And contributing to the whole creations. Because it was the time, horse they use for defense. Horse used for farming. Horse they use for the goods to carry one place to another in ancient time. But today, nobody use the horse to goods to transportations. So they also, many people sacrifice the horse, they eating also horse today, even horse meat. So these are the out of our divine consciousness. Today we are not divine. So therefore, people kill the horse and they should not. Right? It is difficult. So ancient time, people never killed horse, they eating the meat of horse. So horse, it was useful. So it is, one should not encourage to sacrifice the horse, and one should not encourage to sacrifice cows. But as per the sannyas, one should not encourage to be a sannyas everyone, but one has to choose the consciousness itself to be a sannyas. That's the difference. The society should not encourage to be a sannyas. Like in Tibet, they encourage that one of the child has to be a monk and nun. One child has to go monk and nun. In Thailand, every children has to go spend some time in a monastery. Either they're going to monk or nun, in future doesn't matter. But they have to spend some time in the monastery every year, once in their life. And Tibetan way, one child has to go to monastery. But today, according to 21st century, one has to choose itself, because you are living in democratic country. So therefore, somebody write about either Upanishad or whatever, they see the future. Or you read these things in the normal scriptures, or some guru says so, or from the Vedic science, whatever. And whoever written the Vedic hymns, they always can see the future. So according to my interpretations, one should not encourage to be a sannyas, but one should encourage itself and chosen by the consciousness. And society should not encourage, or family should not encourage to their own child to be a monk, to be a sannyasi. As per my own experience, I never encourage to no one to be a sannyas. I personally never encourage. As per my own experiences, forget the Vedic books, forget all hymns. So, if anyone want to be enter into sannyas life, it has chosen by itself, and one should not encourage at all. Right? So, but for me, I was chosen by my guru. I was not chosen to be sannyas, but I was chosen long time before. So he can read my brain and my mind and everything. So the day I took sannyas, he simply said that tomorrow you'll have the sannyas. So that's all. It means my consciousness already chosen. So that I can say. I never say verbally to him. So anyway, so it is a state of the concept. It is my guru and disciple. It's my guru and me. So that one should not interfere in this business. That is me and my guru. So it's very much private business. So my guru given the sannyas, I took it. So it is our private business. That's all. So it is all about love, nothing else. So another is called horse. The now is come sannyas. One should not, right? The question, one should not encourage to be sannyas. One should not encourage to sacrifice the cow. One should not encourage the horse sacrifice, and one should not encourage to offering the meat for ancestors. Is right. Actually, when you die, why need to think about somebody going to eat meat in the ancestors? So it is all kind of, in my understandings, yes, we do in India. We sometimes see offering the food to our ancestors. But I think we're supposed to offer the food which is more sattvic to our ancestors. Not the food we offer is violent or something sinful. So I think we must offer the food which is sacred, which is not violent, which is not sinful. So therefore, I think one should avoid the meat to offer to our ancestors. It is my own consciousness. It's my opinion. So whatever right you take it, what is wrong, leave with me. Then, so the fifth one, not to encourage to be sannyas, not encourage to sacrifice of the cow, not sacrifice the horse, not offering the meat to the ancestors. The fifth one, you must remember and come back to me next time, right?
Yes, I will search for it.
That is the other sacrifice, right? So anyway, you think about it. So
Yeah, I will look into it and then I will let you know, but I have to search for it. Maybe it's another sacrifice that I didn't write down. I will look into it.
Okay, so now we are almost going to close the section today. And thanks to all of you. And Sylvia, you like to have a few words? Okay. The Mariana, do you have some few words? Okay. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nisprapanchaya Santaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Gangurabhyo Namaha Harihi Om Lokaha Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Lokaha Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Harihi Om. So thanks to all of you today, and let we shall tomorrow to complete about the scripture of Advaita Vedanta. So maybe final I'll speak something about Tantra, final, because this can be connected. So let we shall go to Avadhuta styles. Thank you. So God bless you all. So, and please clarify the now. Our Zoom meeting going to over. So I'll come back to have some private meeting with Helenos.